And hello everyone, it's Tino here, and I have an interesting little treat for you today. I'm going to do a couple of what I call loot runs, I suppose. There's a couple of different places you can do it. I like to do Act 1 and Act 2. Act 1... Okay, let's take a deep breath. Okay, so... Act 1 runs are generally revolving around getting 5 stacks, clearing down to the butcher, or the warden, excuse me, and then, you know, you can kill the butcher too, it's totally up to you. But the thing about Act 1 runs is, the crucial determining factor is, Act 1 runs you can fairly easily switch to your Magic Find gear. So... I'm not entirely convinced that this is significant or not, but I do believe that it does increase the amount of rares that you get, not necessarily the rolls on them. It just seems to, you know, increase those lucrative yellow drops. Anyway, we're gonna get cooking here. So what I normally do for my Act 1 runs is I jump down here to the Halls of Agony, where I immediately encounter pack of elites that will wall me in like it's their job. This is not a good start. This is bad. Okay, here we go. Give me some breathing room. Breathing room. All right. It's a good thing my character is heinously overpowered, otherwise I might be in a little bit of trouble here. Hiya, hiya. Now it's just this fool. And oh, that's what I get for being a jerk. So, one death already, but it's okay, because he's dead now, and hopefully I won't die anymore. Those brute-type enemies can be a pain, because unfortunately if they have like the fast modifier, Jesus Christ, like, anything that gets the fast modifier becomes fairly difficult to kite. Some mob types are faster than others too, and those berserker guys specifically tend to be one of the quicker type of enemies, kind of like the cultists that don't cast spells, and the smaller imps in Act 2 are pretty quick too. And anytime there's a fast modifier, those can be quite a pain in the butt. But it's Act 1, so they don't have a lot of life, and I can just sort of mow through them. Anyway. It's kind of fun to do Act 1 runs. The speed is definitely the most significant factor in Act 1. You can definitely just sort of mow right through it. I'm almost one-shotting most of these mobs, which, I mean, there's not that much of a health difference now between Act 1 and Act 2, but Act 1 is significantly quicker. And I'm actually going to tailor this a little bit just for the sake of video length. I don't want to bore you guys with the trek to find extra elites and stuff like that. So basically the rule of thumb here in any of these sort of loot runs is, obviously the first step, build up 5 stacks. Once you got your 5 stacks, you can you can either do a little bit of hunting for elites, or you can set a goal like get down to the warden and kill the butcher. What I like to do is I like to get my 5 stacks, go down and kill the warden. Then I'll clear to the butcher and just kill him too, because he's not quite as good for loot as the warden is. And he's also a much more frustrating fight, and it's much more risky to switch to your Magic Find, and blah blah blah. So, in my personal opinion, I think the butcher is a very optional fight. I just fight him because he's guaranteed to drop 2 rares, so there is, that super slight chance to get something good, but most of the time it doesn't happen. So the butcher kind of sucks, and I normally I don't even bother, honestly. So basically I get the 5 stacks, kill the warden, and then I'll do some clearing or elite farming, or however you want to phrase it. Begin the hunt. So I'll start backtracking to some of the other areas I know that have lots of elites. Typically I'll make sure that the let's see. Oh, what's it called? The Festering Woods, yes. The Festering Woods has 2 actually quest-oriented areas that always have elites spawn inside. So there's a guaranteed 2 stacks there if you don't get all 5 on your way down to the Warden. And I only have 1 right now, so chances are I'll have to go there anyway. I'll normally clear once the woods are clear. Sometimes I'll check out the Fields of Misery. The Fields of Misery can be a pain in the butt to go across, though. A lot of the mob types in there can be a little on the annoying side, like the stupid things that charge you, like the evil ox demons or whatever the hell they are. Those are totally frustrating. But if they're elites, they're actually not too bad. You just have to pay attention and dodge the charge animation. So sometimes I'll do the Fields of Misery. The Fields of Misery has a chance to have a place called the Scavenger Den or Scavenger Pit or something like that. It has basically like a cave area will spawn, and very often there's at least 1 pack of elites, sometimes 2. I've even had a couple of runs where there's been 3. So me personally, I don't know. It's hard to justify doing the Fields of Misery because it's so spaced out, and it's actually a sort of a larger area, and sometimes it's not worth it. But in Act 1, it's all about finding the elite packs, because there really is a significantly lower chance for you to get something actually good. It's like 8.4% or something, even after they doubled it. So Act 1 runs are not necessarily the most lucrative, but because they're so quick, and because you don't die very often, which I totally died like right off the bat. But normally there's not a lot of dying in Act 1, so you actually will accrue probably, I would say, the most gold. Granted, I don't do Act 3 because I haven't killed Belial. I mean, I have a couple of friends who are who used the glitch to when it was still available to jump into Act 3 and fool around in Act 4 a little bit. So I do technically have access to it, but it's definitely not cost effective, and I don't know. It's just a little too difficult to kill the elites in Act 3. Some of the elite packs will have multiple millions of health, and I'm just not quite at a gear point where I can do that much damage quickly enough to avoid the timeout and all the other annoying things this game has. Not to mention Act 3 elite types. Oh god, the mobs in Act 3, once they're elite, man, they can be pretty brutal. Anyway, I've gone on quite a tangent here. So yeah, Act 1, kill the Warden, clear Festering Woods, sometimes Fields of Misery, and you definitely want to clear the crypts. I think the crypts is probably the one place that's a must do in each Act 1 run. Chances are I won't do it in this run or in this video because I'm trying to keep the length down. But I may potentially sneak a little more Act 1 footage up there. But I really want to get a jump into Act 2 because there's another quote-unquote more lucrative run that I like to do in Act 2 that there's potential for better drops. One of the problems with Act 2 is that switching into Magic Find is just so risky, and if you're really impressing on the fact that you need to switch to your Magic Find, like if you're vehement about it and you really got to get it done, you're gonna die a lot in Act 2, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. If you have a good amount of money, I mean, I have about 2 million gold, so I could comfortably die quite a few times in Act 2, but if you're low on funding, you should probably just snag some gold from Act 1 until you've got the comfortable buffer, and then do a couple of Act 2 runs. Obviously there's more of a gear check in Act 2, but that's fairly easy to beat. If you do a few Act 1 runs, you'll start to accrue enough gold to buy items you need. And I would say that a safe margin is once you've spent probably at least 500,000 on each item, probably more like 750 to 1 million on each of your item slots, you'll probably be in a fairly good place to start doing Act 2. Holy crap, I just absolutely sexed those guys. Oh, I love my Demon Hunter. You're so much fun. Okay, 60. 62 ring. Oh my god. I've never gotten a 62 ring before. I got chills. They're multiplying. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. I don't want to mouse over. I don't. It has a socket. I can see it. Okay, what is it? No. No. 62 ring, and that's what I get. Oh my god. You son of a bitch, Diablo 3. Diablo 3 plays the worst games on you. Hate it. It's like, ooh, 63 rare, 62 rare. Man, that might be good. Garbage. Just me crop, man. Ugh. A 62 rare that has 13% goal find, mixed stats, and a freaking socket. Jeez, man. So disappointing. Honestly, that smooches pickles. That's right. That finds a big old kosher dill and plants a big old smoocheroo right on the tip. Not liking it. Not liking it. Oh, come on. Look at that. Oh, it's such a sad, sad item. Sad, sad item. Sad item. Brutal item. Failure item. Ugh. Okay, so I got 2 stacks. Let's jump to the Festering Woods and finish up the stackage. Oh, I can actually see one of them already. Haha. One of the cool things about the Festering Woods is that it's almost predictable. I say almost because it's not always true, but it's almost predictable as to where these things are going to spawn. Also, I apologize. I haven't switched to my Magic Find even once. The reason is, like I said, I'm trying to make this video kind of quick. Just giving you a general idea on where to go, how to get your stacks quickly, and access to the bosses in a fairly reasonable manner. And honestly, you'll probably notice in this video, once I get the 5 stacks, I mean even now, I just got a 62 rare, and I have no Magic Find equipped. I can pretty much guarantee that if I did switch to the Magic Find, there would have been very little difference in the quality of the items that dropped. I may or may not have gotten 1 more, maybe 2 more if I was really lucky, but you don't really start seeing multiple rares until you've got 5 stacks and you switch to your full Magic Find set. And what I just said is unfortunately that's one of the weaknesses of Act 2. You take quite a big risk when you switch to your Magic Find in that act, and unfortunately, as it stands for my Demon Hunter right now, normally I don't have enough DPS in the Magic Find gear to actually kill stuff that would give me a stack. So normally I'm just sticking in the progression gear, or however you want to call it. Anyway, fast. I hate fast. And actually, I hate shielding and invulnerable minion type enemies. But no, stop shooting! Stop shooting! I'm not shooting! I'm vaulting! Jesus Christ! Stop shooting! Oh my God, Diablo 3. Your controls sometimes are just silly. Like I can click on the ground and it's just like, oh, you wanted to shoot that guy. Nope, clicking on the ground. Oh, you wanted to shoot the guy near you? No, I'm clicking on the ground. Oh, you wanted to shoot the guy? No! Oy vey. Thankfully, I absolutely decimate things, and it's not too big of a deal. Alright, let me see if I can just finish clearing this little spot here. Okay, I think I can switch to my Magic Find now. I just did 500 damage in my Magic Find. God damn it. Fucking Blizzard. Make up your mind about the Magic Find. And speaking of Magic Find discussions, if you're one of those people that's been keeping up with the discussion, I suppose we'll call it, I really just want to call it fail because no one has presented a fairly reasonable idea. Honestly, in my opinion, I have to start the sentence that way because people are going to argue and nobody agrees on anything, and that's why Diablo sucks right now. But I think that it would be it wouldn't be necessary to take out the switching. All we would need is if you played Diablo. Oh god, these items are terrible. If you played Diablo 2, you remember that W switched your main and offhand. Basically, if they came up, basically if they came up with something similar, as in, you know, if you could just hit a button and then all your Magic Find gear would suddenly appear on you, then it might be a little bit more reasonable. Oh god. Oh god. Oh yeah, stay right there, Treasure Goblin. Stay right there. Come on, yeah. Drop a rare. Fucking Treasure Goblins. I dropped an F-bomb. I'm sorry, everyone. But seriously, nothing. Nothing. 2 gold. Some gems. And I still don't even have 5 stacks. This is a mite bit frustrating. I was hoping to keep the length of this video down, but anyway. You know what? Fuck it. I mean, I'm not even gonna bother. Although, oh man, I won't get my guaranteed rares if I don't get my final stack. And I mean, this is quote-unquote, you know, just a fun video trying to give some guidelines and some pointers and show the way that I usually run things, but I should probably treat it like it's an actual loot run, just because, you know, the chance is there for items, and I'm already here, and blah, 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 blah. Nope, nope, no, I do not want to teleport. I don't want a portal because I'll lose my easy way to the cellar. Not the cellar. The Warden's area. God. I guess we'll do the cemetery real quick. Sometimes there's a guy right in the cemetery. That would be really nice, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Hey! Awesome. Okay, here's my final stack. Yeah, extra health. Wow. Look how much extra health you have, you jerk. You jerk. And all your minions dead, and so are you. Alright, 5 stacks. 5 stacks of goodness. A Hellscape Mask, which is a 61. And its mixed stat equals bad. Alrighty, let's go kill me the Warden. Seal the deal on this here video. Yeah, one of the things that's kind of cool about the Warden is even though they buffed him, quote unquote, he is still just, he is such a joke, man. Oh my god, he's so easy. Assuming you have, you know, Act 1 ready gear, which, believe it or not, is not as significant a gear check as many people think. Act 1 is honestly very forgiving, especially compared to, oh, I don't want to kill him. Magic Find, quickly. Please don't kill me, mobs. Yeah. I mean, damn it. Oh my god. Nothing good. I think I might, I don't even think I got a level 60. This is not a rare one. Nope, 61 bracers, Balor, fucking helm, Pavade, stupid failure dagger. Alright, let's see if the bracers are any good. Nope. The helm is equally atrocious. And I'm just going to pretend that didn't even drop for me. Perfect. And as you can see, we have finished a Warden run. Normally, I would continue on. I would go to the crypts. I would clear each of the crypts, fight all the elites down there. I typically would also go to. Me personally, I happen to like the Weeping Hollow. It's a little bit spaced out, but the enemy types can be fairly easy to kill. And yeah, so you know, that's what we do. Get 5 stacks, kill the Warden, sometimes kill the Butcher if I'm feeling it. and then go elite hunting, and hopefully you find something good. Anyway, this has been Tino, showing you a little bit of Act 1 fun on the old Demon Hunter. Thanks for watching very much. I'm going to upload an Act 2 run after this, and you know, hopefully you at least were, I don't know, entertained. If you're not a Diablo player anymore, can't say I blame you. Hopefully they fix the magic find. But yeah, other than that, I mean, happy RNG, guys. I know it sucks sometimes, but I believe in you. I believe in us. I believe in the collective power of gamers. And yeah, thanks again, everyone. See you next video.